Hello everyone, my name is Yun. My presentation will be an analysis of some research done on Web 2.0 technologies that improve university students' English as a second language learning performance. Here is an overview of this presentation. First, I want to go over the research related to this topic and to examine what factors contribute to the increased ESL learning performance by the use of Web 2.0 technologies with university students whose native language is not English. As we all know, today many ESL teachers are integrating Web 2.0 technologies into their teaching methods because it can be used to promote collaboration, communication, and interaction between students and students, students and teachers, and students and content. Many studies have shown the influence of Web 2.0 technologies on students' English learning performance. We'll analyze the studies based on Mann's DECL model to find out how to implement Web 2.0 tools. In order to find out the factors that affect students' learning and how to implement Web 2.0 tools to better help students' learning, I'll deconstruct the studies according to Mann's DECL model. The model can be broken down into delivery, environment, content, and learner. This can help us make a better evaluation of Web 2.0 technologies and the learning process. Now let's come back to the overview. I'll explain the factors which play an important role in these studies. I will also examine some research which claim to identify factors contributing to better learning performance with respect to the multimedia itself. However, according to Clark and Felden 2005, there are actually other factors such as instructional design strategies independent of the technology, teaching strategies, and so on that contribute to the effectiveness of the program. When analyzing the studies, we should avoid implicit assumptions and critically examine the research designs of the studies. Finally, I conclude with some implications from these studies that are relevant for teachers. Here are the studies. We will focus on Web 2.0 technologies such as Blog, Google Docs, and ePortfolio. So first, let's talk about learners. We will focus on university students as our learners. This is because the academic background and their abilities in English is pretty much similar. This group showed a large amount of interest in the technologies beforehand. However, this is not enough to motivate them to participate more in the learning activities if they lack the other abilities, such as lack of confidence in abilities such as English proficiency, which inhibits them to participate in activities such as discussion, giving feedback, or asking questions. And also, they are more conscious about their abilities in Web 2.0 technologies, communication skills, collaboration skills, self-control such as time management skills. So here's the delivering in all those studies. Some common concerns related to delivery is that Web 2.0 based learning activities require a lot of online text-based discussions. This could be asking questions for teachers or giving feedback to peers. Their unfamiliarity towards web-based learning may lead to cognitive overload, while in addition to the information they need to digest for their English writing tasks, they also need to figure out how to accomplish all this in a web-based application. This can explain students who just want to finish the amount of discussion their teacher required them to do, passively participate in the activities, feel too anxious and embarrassed to post their writing publicly, their lack of confidence in giving other students feedback, and general alienation. Benefits of those Web 2.0 technologies: convenient platform. Students can submit assignments online from any location in their own time. Easy access to course materials and instructions. easy retrieving from the past work, relating the past work and feedback on their next assignment. This helps them to reflect on their practice. Though students consider Web 2.0 technologies are very convenient, unfamiliarity of this kind of learning activities make them use extra mental effort, which may lead to cognitive overload, and then decrease their motivation to learn actively. So here comes content. In order to finish all those tasks, this require critical thinking skills, communication skills, and collaboration skills, such as how to distribute their work in a collaborative group. In collaborative activities, teachers can consider creating groups based on skills and students' language proficiency level, in addition to student characteristics such as motivation, extroversion, introversion, and comfort with technology. This can help them build confidence and contribute more to the group. The two kinds of environment in those studies. Concerns are distractions from the internet. Their abilities in self-regulation, such as time management skills, self-control, can contribute to their final performance. As studies show that highly active participants outperform those passive participants. Factors play an important role in the learning process. Based on the analysis of these studies, there are two factors play an important role in the web-based ESL learning activities. They are self-regulation and motivation. So first, let's talk about self-regulation. According to Zimmerman, self-regulated learning means learners can actively participate in their learning process. This includes their strategies in metacognition, motivation, and behaviors. Today, as more and more students want to benefit from the social media Web 2.0 technologies to enhance their English skills, students' ability in self-regulation plays a significant role in the success of web-based learning activities outside the classroom, without supervision, without the presence of teachers and classmates. Zimmerman in 2002 presents a more explicit way to help understand the self-regulatory process, as we can see from this graphic. The forethought phase is when learners collect metacognitive knowledge about the task and about themselves. The performance phase is when learners begin to complete the task by employing strategies and verify their performance to see if any modifications need to be made. Finally, the self-reflection phase is when learners evaluate their performance and the efficacy of their learning strategy. One reaction to successful execution of learning strategy is the feeling of self-satisfaction, which can enhance motivation in subsequent forethought phases. If the reaction is defensive, they will avoid similar tasks, which undermines the learning process. If the reaction is adaptive, they will make modifications to the strategies to improve effectiveness or discard strategies they think are useless. In order to have a successful learning experience in a Web 2.0 technologies, preparing students with self-regulation skills is very important. Except subjects such as English writing skills teach students how to learn is very important too. Also, in decreasing the cognitive load is critical when teachers design a course activity. Extra mental efforts often happens when students are unfamiliar with the Web 2.0 technologies, don't know how to give constructive feedback, lack of negotiation skills, or unclear instructions, which confuse them. Now let's talk about motivation. From those studies, we can see motivation plays an important role in a successful learning performance. The higher motivation is largely because of the increased interaction. As the convenience of Web 2.0 technology, student-teacher interaction is increased because of the immediate feedback and support. Peer interactions is also promoted, especially in a collaborative learning activity, as they give and receive feedback from their classmates, share and connect with each other. As motivation shapes the student's behavior in a learning process, as educators, we need to make the best use of those Web 2.0 technologies to promote interaction, to motivate students to learn more actively. Now, let's talk about the research design limitations. A comparative experiment by Lin 2013 to test the effects of blogging on ESL writing performance. However, these studies try to compare the blog-based approach to the paper-based approach, which according to Clark and Felden is uncomparable. As we know, the test difference could be the cause of the increased interaction between students and teacher. As the author said, blogging is a very labor-intensive method, especially in maintaining learner support activities such as technical support, learner development, and electronic content management. Another study is experimental research conducted by Suvan Taraship and Richard D. in 2014, which has the same problem with the study by Lin in 2013, as they try to compare the Google Docs-based collaboration with in-classroom collaboration. One obvious problem here is that they cannot measure the fixed time of those two groups, as the in-classroom session is about 70 minutes. However, the time spent on outside classroom Google Docs-based learning activities was hardly to measured. According to Clark and Felden 2005, many studies results of better learning outcomes for multimedia compared to other traditional media is because of the instructional design behind the use of multimedia, which means the instructional design is the factor influence the study results instead of the multimedia itself. About the increased motivation, according to Clark and Felden in 2005, as multimedia instruction can generate more instructor-student contact, and that this increased interaction may enhance motivate students learn more. However, once this interaction decreases, motivation for students to persist may reduce too. Finally is the implications for teachers. And here is the references. Thank you.